In the Arizona dawn, where the desert dreams, my drone takes flight on golden beams. The spring breeze whispers, gentle and clear, guiding my journey through the vast frontier. Up above, like an eagle soars, capturing wonders forevermore. Cacti and mesas from this bird's eye view, in colors vivid under skies so blue. Flying my drone on this fresh spring day, sunshine gilds the desert's endless play. In the open expanse where horizons unfurl, I'm soaring high like a bird in this vibrant world. The morning light dances on the sand, tracing the artistry of nature's hand. From towering cliffs to valleys below, every curve and shadow puts on a show. Glimpses of life in the desert so wide, captured and cherished on this aerial glide. The rustling spring leaves sway in the breeze, crafting a symphony among the trees. Flying my drone on this fresh spring day, sunshine gilds the desert's endless play. In the open expanse where horizons unfurl, I'm soaring high like a bird in this vibrant world. Each frame a moment, each shot a tale, in this tapestry where wonders prevail. The thrill of seeing the world anew, a journey of discovery in every view. There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about their feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not. There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't.
Oops, I forgot to take the loop off. Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona, coming to you from the beautiful Ironwood Forest National Monument here in southern Arizona. Enjoying a cup of coffee this morning with my Desert Adventures cup. Hope everybody is doing well. Boy, it sure is nice to have cooler weather, isn't it? Ooh-wee. It was a hot summer. Let's see who we have here. Jolly Matilda's in the house, first channel member. Howdy, howdy. Good to see you. Van Girl Cheryl. Good to have you. Lee's in the house. Good morning, folks. And Casey Jones is here. Happy to be here. Glad you're here. Scrolling. Eva Potterfield is here, working and lurking. Okie and I always start Monday morning off with Eva Potterfield and friends and a cup of coffee. Usually an interesting chat. Crafty Travelers here, another channel member in the house. Good morning, good morning. Yep, Suno is a great resource for sure, and for only $10 a month, I'm going to move to it exclusively too. That song on the countdown video is one of my favorites. That's from Epidemic Sound. So I'm not ready to give up Epidemic just yet. Okay, so there's one of the videos that the Crafty Travelers put out using Sunu.com. We'll have to go check that out. Floss is here. Hello. Welcome. Angie and Rick's here. Good morning. Happy Monday. Have Cheetah Will View is here. Caspering while working. I never heard it put that way, but that's appropriate. Casper the Ghost, right? Work. I remember those days. Boy, oh boy, Okie and I are really enjoying our life now. You know, I worked 45 years, started off cooking chicken and flipping hamburgers at Lucky Wishbone when I was a kid in high school. Went into the military, spent 21 years, 4 months and 7 days there, and then got out, got another second career working at the electric utility here locally. Went in as about a 39, 40-year-old apprentice, started off in the dispatch center, got into the apprenticeship program, and then went 4 years in the apprenticeship program, went to school, did a lot of OJT type training, a lot of correspondence courses, very tough program. And I came out of that with a journeyman card. And so I was a journeyman equipment technician. So basically taking care of electrical substations. One of my jobs as I gained experience was doing what we called power quality complaints. So if we had a co-op member, i.e. customer, experiencing blinking lights or something like that, I would go out and I would investigate that. And so it's always a question when someone has lights blinking or flickering all the time, is the problem in your house or your apartment, or is the problem coming from the utility? And that was my job to figure that out. And it was very rewarding. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I worked there for 21 years, retired again, and we're living the good life. We just love it out here. We got our little patch of happiness out here in the Ironwood Forest National Monument. We get up every morning, we see Ragged Top, we see the sun, coming up every single morning, and then the sun sets behind Ragged Top. So I can't imagine a better life that we've built. And Oki reminds me all the time. She said, we did this, you did this, you planned for your retirement, and here we are enjoying it now. So it's something that everybody should think of as they're making their way through working life. And there are many challenges, I know. Physical challenges, challenges with the workplace, all those things come up that impede our goals. And I was lucky enough and persistent enough to attain my goals. And here we are talking to you on a Monday morning in the middle of paradise. The astute tourist is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Scrolling. Everybody's saying hello to each other. That's Jimmy. All right. Scrolling, and he's saying hello to everyone. Yeah, you can find that on my channel page. I'm wondering, I recently reached 5,000 subscribers. Maybe it's time to do a giveaway. What do you guys think? I have to relearn how to run the giveaway wheel. Maybe I should schedule that. Ew, sitting here at Dana-Farber in Boston. Awesome. Boston, Massachusetts. Traveling Merton and Sue are leaving Massachusetts, headed this way. And I'd like to use them as my feature channel today. They're a channel member. I think they're on the road, so they're probably not in the chat, but I want to show you guys their channel. They just dropped a video. They dropped a video yesterday. And let me see, share screen. Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel once again. We welcome you and we thank you for coming by. We ask that you give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and please, give us a comment. We love comments. And anyways, welcome aboard. We appreciate you being here. We know you have a lot of things on your plate and probably have better places to be, but you choose to spend time with us, and we love it. Today we are going to visit Mattapoisett. It is in Plymouth County, Massachusetts. It's not too far from our homestead. We decided to go over there and learn about the town and go to the Historical Society. The town was purchased from the Wampanoag Indians in 1664. It was incorporated later on in 1857. And in 1958, 101 years later, the Mattapoisett Historical Society was created, and they started a museum, and it's been there ever since.
So that gives you a taste of their channel. Great people. Merton and I are good friends. We like to watch races together. We like to hang out in the desert out here in southern Arizona. And Sue is awesome too. We enjoy, and they're fur babies, of course. So check out Traveling Merton and Sue. And subscribe to them and watch their videos. They do a really good job. Just woke up a little bit ago. I know I got an extra hour of sleep. So Oki and I were laying in bed watching some YouTube this morning, and we're trying to figure out what time is it? When's Ava coming on? Well, we got an hour later. So you guys probably notice in the wintertime you tend to stay in bed longer. And it's nice to be able to do that when you're retired like we are. Oh, here comes Lucas. He's making his entrance here. Lucas has been outside playing. Good morning. Good morning. Say hello to everybody. Yes. Yeah. Can you sit? Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. All right. Lucas says hi. He's had his playtime this morning. He's now ready to take care of his morning nap, I think. We call them cows, coos. In Highland, it's pronounced more like island. Oh, you get phone calls, huh? Scammers. Wow. Flaw says lots of phone calls from scammers. I get a lot of text messages from scammers. You guys get that one that I get one quite often, sometimes an email off the channel email where they say you have a package at the post office waiting pickup and there's been a problem. Please click this link to resolve the issue. And of course, you don't want to do that. Jolly Matilda says, my Scottish friends have schooled me on some things and now and how they pronounce them, right? Right. Oh, nice, nice. Just returned from another fun ladies camp out. We celebrated Halloween. Nice. Yeah, did you do a video? I'll bet she did. I'll bet she did. Exactly. Crafty Traveler says, sometimes people say I'm lucky to be retired and have what I have. I say I worked hard for this. Yep. And you got to keep your nose to the grindstone, do the best you can. Giveaway sounds good, huh? Question. Can you turn up the volume on your end? It went down. Okay, I can do that. Let me see. Audio. Mic volume set at 100%. I'll move it up a little bit. Does it sound better? I met Merton and Sue at M23. Very nice people. They are. They're great people. There's Lucas. We always get a kick out of Ava, and Monday mornings she brings Stevie, her little pup, up there who just loves her to death, and he loves to give her kisses. So that's always fun to watch. There's Gracie and Jock's Adventures, and I think Jock just celebrated his 4th birthday, right? And we'll talk about Gracie, but here's a birthday celebration for Jacques from Gracie and Jock's Adventures, another channel member in the house. All right. Happy birthday, Jock, and to anyone else who has a birthday in November. Ava says, I get those package emails all the time. I know. And by the way, Gracie, you can share if you like, but Gracie is on the mend from some surgery, and we're happy she's home and hopefully out of pain. She was experiencing some pretty serious pain there. Videos from the Halloween camp out, maybe closer to Christmas. All right. I can't tell. Sorry, Steve. All right. Could it be, is it okay now, Tracy? Could it be when I turned away to play with Lucas? Because this microphone is directional. And the reason I bought it is because it is, and it doesn't pick up background sound. And I don't have it set to automatic. I just manually adjust the volume control. So I just went up 2 or 3%. Hopefully that's good enough. Awesome. Happy birthday to Jock. Oh, yeah, he is. He's a good boy. I took the month of October off from social media. Happy to be back. Well, good to have you, Gracie. Good to have you. Cheryl's back saying hello to everybody. And Van Girl Cheryl mentioned in Ava's chat that she's relocating to a different apartment around the 15th, so she'll be moving again. So check out Van Girl Cheryl's channel for updates on her upcoming move. Oh, now my sister in Tucson keeps texting me and affecting the volume. Tracy, is she bragging about our weather? Because it's pretty nice right now. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, I think I have to be stay fairly close to the microphone. So, all right, what else is going on? Get my notes out here. We talked about Ava, Merton, and Sue, birthdays in November. Oh, our granddaughter who's in the band, Caitlin. Her band went to the U of A band day. They had 40 high school bands from around the country. Oki and I didn't go this time. It's a long program, so we decided to stay home this time. But we have gone in the past. They have 40 bands from around the state competing against each other for the best bands in their size of schools. So they have like triple A, double A, single A, 4A, and it all depends on another junk text message. It all depends on the size of the school. And so her school has a new band director, Mr. Aguilar, and he just started a few months ago, and he's done wonders with this band, this marching band. They got fourth place in their division out of 9 bands. So there were 9 bands they were competing against in AAA. They got fourth place, and they were just so tickled with that. He has done so much for the band, and he's tough. He's really tough on the kids. He's a strict. If you want to be in the band, you have to be here on time. You have to show up at the practices. You've got to do your marching practice and everything. And we're so proud of our granddaughter for sticking it out, because it's tough. It's really tough when you're out marching and learning, how to do everything, plus playing your instrument. You're welcome, Cheryl. You're welcome. Yeah, yeah. Ava knows. Ava knows. Ava Potterfield and friends. I've never seen anyone who understands and enjoys music like Ava. Now, I'm not a musician by any means. Never had a chance to learn. Didn't have the aptitude to learn music. I was interested in turning wrenches on my '62 Corvair when I was in high school, which I bought for $150 back in about 1972-ish. And of course, I learned how to wrench on my cars from my dad, and I was his helper while he worked on his vehicles. But I'm always amazed at Doug and Ava. They do a Friday night live, and they play old time music. It's really fun to watch and listen. We will put them on the TV and watch them while we're eating dinner. There's Box Fan D. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well up there. D just had a live stream, and D, I missed it. We have to go back and watch it. But D had a recent live stream, and I think she's reporting on how things are going up there in her new place. She moved out of Quartzsite, headed north, I think, into a higher elevation, cooler place. Misha's here. Welcome, welcome, Misha. Good to have you. All right, so Gracie's given us an update. I had a left hip replacement and had to stay in the hospital till yesterday afternoon. Ron came in Saturday, and Jock and I are happy he's here. Is that Ron Sees America helping you out, Gracie? That's good. Good to have friends. Oh, you're welcome, Ava. We love your channel. We just really enjoy you and Doug. And Friday night in our house, if we're not at a football game or a band, recital or competition, we've got Ava Potterfield and friends on Friday night. Oh yeah, it is a great discipline. And like most teenagers, if she's left to her own devices, I mean, most of the time they're doing this on TikTok. So we're trying to encourage her to stick with bands. She often says, "Man, I'm exhausted. It's so much work." And I tell her, "Listen, she wants to get a little part-time job and make some money." I mean, she's what, 14, 15 years old? 15 years old. She's got her learner's permit and she wants to get out there and make some money. We can already see she's got that desire for money. And you know what my answer to her was? You quit band and you get out there to work little part-time jobs. I tell her you have 45 to 50 years to work. Enjoy your time in high school, suck up as much knowledge, experience, and fun as you can, because when you get out of high school, if you don't go to college and you go straight into the workforce, you got 45 years of work ahead of you. So I could see her thinking a little bit after I mentioned that. And so we're trying to reinforce that. Do everything you can while you're in high school to get as much education, as much knowledge, as much fun as you can. You didn't miss much. We can't go to all of them. Yeah, I know, Dee. I know, but Dee's been a long time channel member. In fact, she was my very first channel member when I opened up channel memberships. And so I really appreciate that. And I always prioritize watching channels that are channel members. Oh, here comes Lucas again. You see my elbow going up. Are you here again? Are you back? Are you back for some loving? Huh? Yeah. You're back for some more loving? Yeah. Okay. Okay. What's up? You look like you're ready for a nap. Are you ready for a nap? Huh? Mama worked you hard this morning, huh? He loves retrieving his ball. So we go out first thing in the morning. Well, after he eats, an hour after he eats, and he wants to play fetch. And I'll tell you, he'll fetch that ball as long as you keep throwing it. He'll fetch it. Yeah, I'll bet it's good to be home. I know she was in a lot of pain, so I'll bet this will take care of that. It's a lot of work being in a band. It sure is. Sure is. But I'll tell you, we love to watch them. It used to be the high school bands would just go out there and they would just march a formation, play their music, and then, it was pretty ho hum. Now they're adding a lot more to it. They have a flag group. Keep forgetting what they call themselves, but they have a flag group that's out there intermixed with the band, makes it interesting where they're moving their flags in time with the music. What do they call it? Anyway, they're out there and color guard, color guard, Oki says. They're a color guard that are out there. And the bands in the state of Arizona are being encouraged to get a little more showy. So they want a little fancier program, fancier marching, I guess you call routines. And so the schools are encouraged to do that. And it's really makes it funner to watch than just, moving around When I returned to San Antonio, I bought a very comfy recliner. Gives me massage and heat. So nice. Perfect for recovery. There you go. That sounds like the ticket. Yep, that's Lucas. Tail wagging, yeah. My gosh, he keeps us so busy. So if you guys heard, there's a danger with big chested dogs. There's a danger getting their intestines twisted. We've heard that from a number of people. And so we're very careful about exercising him. So we feed him about 6 o'clock in the morning, and he goes outside and does his morning business. And then we wait an hour before we start running him hard. And I think that's why we do that, so that he doesn't have that food in his stomach and the chance of causing problems. Jacques will be neutered on the 18th. And ooh, gastroplexy. I'm not sure what that is. And also having the gastroplexy as well. Another reason I'm thankful for Ron being here. Yep. Color guard. I know, Misha, right? I had a senior moment there. That's my excuse. Both should be ready to hit the road in January. Nice, nice. Very cool. Okay, what else is on my list here? We got Gracie and see. Gracie, I had you on my list right there. Gracie underwent hip surgery. Merton and Sue are on the road. Daylight savings time. What's you folks' opinion on daylight savings time? We don't have to move our clocks, but I have to pay attention to everyone else who moves their clocks. And as you noticed, I left my live stream on the same 9 o'clock time for Arizona, but it changed for everyone else. And we've got about the same number of people in here, but I'm sure it's going to be a little while for everybody to get used to. But it would be nice if they would just leave the time. I think this is now normal, right? This is the normal time. Fall back is to the normal time. It would be nice if they would just do away with this foolishness, I think, to change clocks twice a year. Be a lot easier. I don't know what other countries do that. If it's just the US, or does Canada do it? Oh, okay. So it's a stomach operation. I know, D, right? Everyone else's time change messes me up, right? So Roy and I, for the last few years, would try to figure out the time difference. And because when they were doing, Roy and Becky were doing live streams every morning, I didn't want to bump into them. So we were trying to coordinate our times. And now they only do it on Fridays. So a lot less hassle. So I just leave mine the same time, and it is what it is. Right, Misha? I feel like my body was meant for fallback hours. Leave the clocks alone. I agree, Gracie. I agree. I wish we could stay on regular normal time, right? Yeah, that's right. Crafty Traveler reminds us that Hawaii is the same. Yeah, daylight savings time was a pain. Yeah. Now, originally, as I understand it, daylight savings time was created to benefit farmers, right? Um, is what I heard, to give them more daylight to work. But I'm not sure that they need that anymore. If you go by farm fields out here in Marana, they farm a lot of cotton out here, and some wheat and many other crops too, sorghum. Even corn, they've adapted corn to grow out here too. When they're out there harvesting or plowing, I mean, their tractors are all lit up and you can see them from miles away. I'm not sure they really need the extra daylight that they used to need, back when, early 1900s? And I know Congress people are talking about that too, but so far they haven't done anything. Yeah, I prefer Arizona where the time stays the same. Now we do notice sun's not coming up till about 7:35 now, and during the summer it's up at 5 a.m. So we're losing like 2.5 hours times two, about 5 hours of sunlight a day in the wintertime. By the US and parts of Canada, Greenland, Iceland, and Europe. Okay. Interesting. United States first introduced daylight savings time in 1918. Okay, as a wartime measure. Oh, okay, to save energy. However, it was unpopular and repealed after World War I. Wow. To save energy. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, you're right, Floss. Politicians, right? They talk about a lot of things, but getting it done is a little tougher, I guess. Benjamin Franklin. Candle usage. Okay, well, that makes sense too. Adjusting clocks would save on candle usage. Yeah. Wow. All right, let's check on the weather here. What's the weather where you folks are at? Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
Looks like it will be partly cloudy today.
All right. We were 51 degrees this morning where we're at. 88 for a high, which means we'll probably be around 89, 90. A little bit warm yet, but much better than the dead of summer for sure. There's She Devil Adventures. Tommy, welcome, working and lurking. All right, what else is on my list here? Daylight savings time. Okay, I need to run my members video. So thank you all, channel members. Appreciate your support very much. Couldn't do this without you. And I always appreciate channel members as soon as I find the video here. What did I do with it? There it is right there. Be right back.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. The desert where it's dry, where the cacti protect, I proudly stand. You're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
So thank you, channel members. Appreciate your support very much. Feels like 50s, high 50s, raining off and on in Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, that sounds familiar. Okay, and I used to live in that area back in the mid 90s. Beautiful area Norfolk is. Of course, you've got the Chesapeake Bay there. And one thing we enjoyed was going crabbing. We used to catch blue crab there off the piers there in Hampton and Norfolk area, and fish for flounder. I still have my fishing pole from back then. I had a surf caster, about a 10-footer, and I could wing that bait way out there off the beach. Good times we had. The only drawback to Norfolk and Hampton is the traffic. Traffic there is horrendous. Of course, on the East Coast, pretty much everywhere you go. No worries, Tommy. Glad you're here. Been watching She Devil Adventures. She's making changes to her bus, making improvements, doing different things to make it more comfortable. So always appreciate seeing her videos. San Antonio, high 70s. That's nice. Very nice. Misha says it's 62, low 45, but it was in the 30s last 2 nights, right? It's coming up. So we watch, because we're so warm here in the desert, we watch the winter nights. And of course, we have to cover plants or bring them in when we start approaching freezing. So yeah, that's the only issue that I don't like about winter. Going to be 60 where Floss is. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, Burr, huh? And Misha, are you still in Kansas, if I recall? Supposed to be 64 where She Devil Adventures is. That's not bad if there's not a bunch of wind. Yeah, I think Tommy gets a lot of rain up there too. Nurse TLC is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you, Tanya. Almost forgot. I know, right? Well, you guys change time. We don't in Arizona. But I have to keep up with all of you folks. You only have to keep up with me. I saw on radar last night you were getting it too. Wow. It did rain last night. Tanya saying hello to everybody. Scrolling. Oh, flounder. Yeah, we used to catch flounder right off the beach there. And it's interesting when you catch, we caught croakers and spots too, were the other two fish. Flounder, you could barely tell you even had one because they're not fighters until you start pulling them in. You might have a flounder on your line and not even know it because they don't jerk it like typical fish, as I remember. And then I would reel it in and say, well, I better check my bait. And then I had a flounder on there because they're kind of sitting on the bottom. And boy, good eating. That's right. I never really got into fish. Of course, growing up in Arizona, we ate fish, but it always tasted really strong fishy, and I didn't like that. Well, going to the East Coast and catching fish from the salt water out there, when you eat fish out there, it's not a strong fishy taste. And so I really got used to that, and my taste changed. And of course, catching blue crab, we used to eat the heck out of those. And then the croakers we used to catch, they actually croaked. So you would bring a croaker in, throw it in the bucket, and they would croak like a frog, like an old bullfrog for a while. 33 Fahrenheit in Alberta. Yikes. That's the dead of winter here in Arizona. We used to take the kids crabbing and fishing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you get one of those crabbing nets, those collapsible crabbing nets, and throw a piece of chicken in there, usually a leg, and we would tie it at the bottom of the net. And then you toss it out there and pull it in a few minutes and pull your crabs out. Yeah, burr, huh? Willits is 64 degrees and light rain. Nice, nice. Yep, traffic can be a nightmare. Whew. Very tough. And what was stressful for me in Norfolk, we lived in Hampton, and when I was in the military and I was temporary duty all the time, traveling, and so I had to get to the airport in Norfolk, and you had to go down through a tunnel that actually went underneath the Chesapeake Bay. There was always traffic accidents and backups, and I would leave 2 hours before I needed to just to get through the tunnel so I could sit in the airport and not be late. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you too. Kansas, still Kansas. We'll see what happens when the grandbaby comes. Oh, grandbabies are fun. All our grandbabies are teenagers now or close to it. I have a daughter in Louisiana, lives in New Iberia, and she sends me pictures and videos of her son playing in the band. He's just getting started, and I guess he really is enjoying it and has natural talent. So it's really fun to see those. But all our grandbabies are growing up. Chilly but nice, she says. This comes from a lady who lived up by the Arctic Circle, guys. Fangirl Cheryl used to do shorts when she was working in that resort of snow piled up against the door, and it was what, 40 below zero or something like that up there. So I imagine 33 Fahrenheit is nice for her. Oh, my dad loves croakers. Yeah, those are good eating for sure. Oh, Crafty Traveler. Favorite fish is trout. I love to catch them and grill them. When we were in New Hampshire, we were in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which is also fairly close to the coast. We did some trout fishing up there. Trout and what's the teethy fish? The one that has teeth in it. I'm having a senior moment again, but those were fun to catch. And then in Nebraska, we lived in Nebraska for 3 years. Did a lot of fishing in Nebraska. Crappie is big there in Nebraska. Maxie needs to go out. See y'all. Thanks, Dee. You have a good day. Ooh, salmon. Yeah, we enjoy salmon too. Now, what do you guys know about salmon? Is the farm raised salmon safe to eat? We usually buy a slab of salmon in Costco, and we look at it to see if it's wild salmon or farm raised. I have heard that they give them something to make them larger. I don't know if hormones or whatever they feed them. I'm curious of opinions on salmon and what's good and what you should stay away from. Mike had a doctor appointment on Thursday. The doctor was running late, which put him in a Chicago rush hour. He went and visited friends for a while. Yeah. Well, hopefully Mike didn't have to sit there. He was able to get out of there and visit friends. That's good. I don't know that I ever weighed flounder that we caught. I mean, we got some pretty good flounder out of the Chesapeake Bay. That's 8 or 10 inches long, and all I know is they were good eating. Yeah, we used a chicken wing and string to crab, cheap crabbing. Yeah. Salmon, trout, any kind of fish is fine with me, Floss says. Yeah, so the tunnels are the worst. Again, can you imagine driving your car through a tunnel underwater from one, peninsula to the next one and hoping that no one does anything dumb and crashes while they're in the tunnel? Yeah, avoid tunnels. I hear you. Thank you, Lonnie. Appreciate that. I always get the rainbow trout at Cracker Barrel. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we like the Cracker Barrel out here on I-10. It's probably 15 miles from here, but we enjoy eating there. I tend to eat too much, though. Northern pike. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, Crafty Traveler. Thank you. Used to catch northern pike, and you had to have a steel leader to catch those boogers. They were tough. So farm raised may be safer than wild due to all the plastic in the ocean. I hadn't thought of that. And mercury in some cases, right? I'm also hearing that our water bottles, like we buy water at Costco, and they say a lot of our water has microplastics in it, which aren't good for your brain when you get older. Supposedly causes dementia. Maybe that's why I'm so forgetful. I don't know. But microplastics is a new thing that's coming out. Sam's has wild caught salmon. I try to stick to wild. Okay. We do too, and it just piranha. Oh, no piranha. Although I'm not sure that we had some. I remember in Nebraska, somebody was talking about releasing piranha in some of the lakes there, and the piranha would decimate the bluegill. Minus 67. So I was way off, not minus 40, but minus 67, where Vangerl Shirl was up north, up by the Arctic Circle. I can't imagine that. How do you stay warm? Pike, yes. Yep. I'm back. You're right about fish. Not all fish is good for you, Lee says, depending on what body of water they come out of, right? Yeah, and you don't know. I know a lot of the lakes around here they have signs, and the lakes around here are basically ponds compared to what you guys have around the country. But sometimes there's a sign there that says, don't eat more than 2 fish, because of contamination. Oh, okay. I went on a tour in Bodega Bay Lab, and they're doing lots of research on microplastics. They're finding it in nearly everything. That's what I've heard too. So when we go to town, we always take emergency water, and that quite often that's bottled water. But we'll have our water containers that will fill at the house out of that 400-foot hole in the ground that we have out back here. That's where we get our water. But it's not treated with anything, and we run it through a reverse osmosis system to take out any nitrates or anything that might be in there. Yeah, isn't that crazy? 67. Ooh, that's crazy. Uh-oh, I got a private message. Delete and report junk. Boom, you're gone. All right, what's going on here? We're at 55 minutes now. Daylight savings time. I was looking at inspirational quotes, to fill the last few minutes. Steve Jobs, you remember Steve Jobs? He's the one that created the iPhone, invented it. Very successful at it. I have one. Oki has one. We've got iPads. We've got laptops made from Apple. He always had an interesting look on life. One thing he said is, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Your time is limited here on earth, so don't waste it living someone else's life, right? And that means we shouldn't judge people. So you live the way that you want. It's not on me to judge how you live. So I think that's important. Focus on yourself, he used to say. People come and go. Focus on yourself. People come and go. And I know that we've all had friends come and go for various reasons. And the idea is to take care of yourself. You're the priority. Take care of your own mental health, your own physical health. Gracie is doing that, getting her hip replacement done. She's back, planning on being back on the road and traveling again. And hopefully we'll see her when she makes it out here to Arizona. Desert Deb is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Yeah, microplastics. That's kind of scary stuff, especially, when you can't see it and you're drinking bottled water. And I'm thinking, what am I ingesting here? I wonder if they can filter that out. I'm pretty sure I just inhaled a gnat. All right, I got a little extra protein today. I got a gnat down my throat. Mind your business, right? So it's none of our business what other folks done, so long as it's boy, that gnat did not taste good. It's still in there. Oh my gosh, Oki's out there laughing at me. I can hear her. Yeah, scary. Bottled water is our emergency go-to, right? You should go on Survivor. They eat bugs. I could eat them, but I'd have to be pretty hungry before I eat bugs. Little extra protein, right? Lucas is wondering what's wrong with Dad. He's over here. Yuck. And I guess I just had my mouth open just at the right time or the wrong time. I don't know. It was at least smaller than the fly that flew into my mouth, right? And you wonder, a fly that flew in your mouth, where was he before he arrived in your mouth? You know where flies go usually. A gnat tastes better than those love bugs, Lee says. I believe it. I don't want to know about them. That's disgusting, right? To have a fly in your mouth. Pwah! Yikes. Fly flew into my mouth. Oh, I've had them hit my eyes. You get some aggressive flies once in a while. They're looking for moisture, especially out here in the desert. And they'll come in and land next to your eye and try to suck water out of your eyeball. That's kind of gross too. Do you remember the poem about the woman who swallowed a fly? Right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, CRView popped in. Welcome. Another channel member in the house. And I think CRView is going to be, Jim's going to be enjoying having his wife Gracie back in December, I think I remember. Yeah, exactly. Starving for food on Survivor. I'm too old for that. Maybe when I was a 20-year-old in the military, I would have went for it. But I'm pushing 70. I'll be sitting in the bleachers watching with a nice, comfy bleacher seat. Ray Crum is here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Been kind of busy, so I've missed several lives. Good to see y'all. Good to have you, Ray, and appreciate your channel membership. So Ray posts videos as he travels around, and so be sure to check out Ray Crum. Yeah, it's a tough show to watch because there's a lot of drama on that show and people suffering. I don't like to watch people suffering. I've seen enough suffering in the world. I don't need to put it on TV. All right, we're past our hour, folks. My stomach is grumbling. Oki is going to make breakfast for us here in a few minutes. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate it very much. Enjoyed your company. Remember, make the day count. Stay positive. Help someone. And like Van Girl Cheryl says, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. We'll see you next week.
I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No, so I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet.